Hi everybody, I'm Cassandra from Craftably Thereafter and welcome to another video. Now friends, this week I do not have a ton of things to show you. There's been a few things going on behind the scenes, but I will get to it towards the end of the video. But for now, let me show you the one thing that I completed, and that got me thinking about my amigurumi books. So today, what I want to do, once I've shared my project with you, I decided, I've got so many amigurumi books. You guys have seen many of them throughout the 2 years that I've now been on YouTube, and they just keep on growing. Like my library of amigurumi books are constantly expanding. So the more I watch other YouTubers, the more I add books into my shopping cart. It's like a never-ending cycle. I don't think a month passes where I do not have some other book that I want to buy or that I'm buying. But I thought, okay, there's got to be a limit to this. Not that I'm going to stop collecting, but I thought if someone asked me, or if there's a fire in my house and I can only grab a few books, which are the ones that I would try and rescue? Which are my top 5? I decided to give myself a bit of grace. And which top 5 would be the books that I would absolutely want to rescue from a fire? Obviously, you can buy books again, but I thought this would be a good exercise for me, and to tell you guys why I think these 5 that I'm going to share with you today is my top favorite amigurumi books that I own. But let's start with the project first. Now, in between making a lot of different things, so it's not like I've not been crocheting, like I'm not in a slump. I don't know if I'm ever really in a slump for crocheting. There's always something I want to make. But in between various projects for various things, I always, gravitate back towards animal friends of Pica Pau. And this week, I wanted to do something simple, something that's not crazy with weird color changes or that takes a lot of concentration. I just wanted to make something relaxing while I watch some Netflix. Recently I've been binge watching a very old, well, not very old, I think it started in like 2006, so it's reasonably old, a series on Netflix called Psych. It is like this police, it's like a comedy, almost a comedy drama. It's just a relaxing show to watch. It's like they solve crimes, but it's very, very funny. Like, I love watching it, and I've been binge watching it. I think I'm on season 4 at the moment. So that's one show I've been enjoying watching, and I just wanted to relax while I crochet. Something that's just, nice and easy going. And the pattern I decided on was this cute little alligator. Now, I have made him a number of times before. This time I did not make him with his little party hat, or he comes actually with a bow tie, but you know me, I do love a little scarf on my amigurumi. So this guy, he's just such an easy make. I think I've made easily like 5 or 6 or 7 of him already. He's just always a relaxing make for me. He's not got a ton of color changes, and even the color changes in the book I even make less, because they want you to color change his little shirt every row or every round. I don't do that. I color change every second round. Then it's a bit easier on my color jog as well, and then I almost never do the color changes on the shirt. So I just make his sleeves one of the colors that I'm using for the shirt. But I really enjoyed making him so cute. And as I was making him, I was thinking of, like I say, my crochet books, and which are the ones that I work the most from, that I find the most enjoyable, and that I think is a must for every amigurumi maker. So I will share them with you from number 5 all the way up to number 1, and why I have chosen these specific books. So the books I'm going to show is not going to be new to any of you. You would have all seen them before. But this time I am cutting my, I don't know, 60 plus books down to the top 5. And I will start with number 5, and it might come as a, well, maybe most of these would come as a surprise. But number 5 is this book, Snuggle and Play Crochet. Now, this book is fantastic in the sense that you get 20 patterns that you can make either as a toy or as a lovey. You know, these little comforter, little blankies. So there's 18 animals and then a boy and a girl. All of them, you can either do the full pattern or the snuggly, like blankie pattern. They're not difficult either, so they work up really quickly. I've made a number of patterns from this book. I've made this bear quite a few times. I'll just show you one of them, one pattern. So I've made this bear a number of times. I've made the reindeer from here. And what's nice about this book, although I don't really make loveys or these little comfort blankets, they've got like 4 or 5, I think it's 5 different patterns for granny squares or squares that you can make these little comfort blankets into. So this book is number 5. I've worked from it a lot. There's a lot, like I say, 20 different patterns in this one that you can do the full pattern, like a full little amigurumi or the little blankie, and I think it's superb. The patterns are well written. There's a wide variety of animals, as I mentioned, 18 different animals that you can choose from. I just love this book. It's also a very easy, very relaxing. The projects in there that you can make, easy, relaxing, turns out super cute. And the variety of the blankets that you can choose from, I just love it. I think, especially for beginners, this book is a very, very good beginner-friendly book. The patterns are easy to follow, beautifully written. I love this book a lot. So this one is my number 5. Number 4 is this one, Cutest Crochet Creations. Now you guys will remember, well, if you've been around for a bit, I think it's more than a year ago, Crystal over Chronically Crocheting, she had sort of a crochet along where we could just make a project from this book and send it to her. She had a lovely little slideshow. A lot of people joined in because the patterns in here are adorable. They are, and I've made from this one, I've made the squirrel, I've made Boris the bear. Let me show you. They've got dolls in here, animals. It's a nice variety of projects. They've got these cute little, I mean, look, so if you want something quick and easy, look at these cute little birds. So they've got very, very easy patterns, all the way up to more detailed patterns. They've got this little doll. I mean, look how cute. So you can make a doll, you can make the animals. I'll show you here at the back. There's a few pictures. So they go from really easy. There's also this cute little whale, also very easy make, up to more detailed patterns like this little bunny, although it's still not difficult. This cow. I recently saw someone make this little crocodile, very, very cute. So this book is my number 4. Great patterns, well written, a large variety from very easy to a bit more detailed. This book, like I say, I've made a number of projects from this book, and some of the projects multiples of. So it's a great book, very well written. I loved it. I know everyone else who's made projects from this book has loved it as well. So definitely number 4, Cutest Crochet Creations. Number 3 is this one. Dress Up Amigurumi. Now, I have made a lot of these patterns even before this designer brought out the book. So I've made the bear multiple times in multiple different outfits. I've got various patterns. I've got a reindeer pattern. But what I love about this book is that you get these 4 base animal patterns. And you can decide from the book which outfit you want to use for them. So even though, for instance, this pattern shows the reindeer in this little snow outfit, this outfit would fit any of the other animals. And this is what is fantastic about this book. So you get the 4 main animals, or the 4 base animals, and then you get a load. I wonder if there's a 1 page with all of the outfits in it. I don't think so. But then you get all these different outfits, which I think is just adorable. Let me show you a few. I mean, look at this cute little Christmas one. So I've made, for a bear in the past, I used this Christmas jacket. I've also made one like a doctor's outfit last year for a collab that I did that was hosted by Lee, or Lee from Lee Mac. She started it. It was a Halloween. We did it throughout the month of October. I did the Halloween version, a bear with the Halloween outfit in it. Whee! This one. No. This one I think was the one that Lee did. And I did something similar, the little scarecrow. That's right. I did this, the bear in the scarecrow pattern. So this book is great. You get the cutest animals. It's really also very well written. It's not 100% beginner friendly, I would say. So, but I think a confident beginner would easily be able to follow these patterns. They are wonderfully written. As I say, I've done the bear multiple times in various different outfits, and I've loved every single version that I've made. I've loved it. Comes out beautifully every time. So this book, for me, is a must-have, and number 3 on my list. Now, number 2 was difficult to choose, and I'll explain to you why it was difficult. But my number 2 is Crochet Iconic Woman. Now, actually, I've got all 3 books from Carla Matrani. I've got Crochet Iconic Woman 1, I've got the second one, and I've got the Zodiac Dolls. So actually, any one of those 3 could have been my number 2 spot. But I decided to go with the first book. So this is the one I've had the longest. And what I love about this book, although it gives you the patterns for well-known women figures, you know, throughout history or current, you can mix and match these patterns to create your own doll. And a very good example was when Pamela over at Ginger Cat Crochet, with her book club make-along that we did for an Agatha Christie book in March. Various of us, I think there were 3 or 4 of us who did one of the characters, but based on a Crochet Iconic Woman pattern that we just adapted to fit the specific character we wanted to make. So we all worked from the Crochet Iconic Woman. We didn't make any specific pattern from this one, but adjusting the hair color or the dress color or adding a part from one doll onto another doll. We all made different characters, and that was actually superb to see. I loved it. And this is why I love this book so much, because you can make any character you want from these books. Now, Carla Matrani does have several male standalone patterns in her Etsy shop, but I mean, you can easily use these patterns because some of these dolls do just come with a pants or a suit outfit, and you can just adjust, make the hair shorter if you want it into a male character. But these books are brilliant. They are easy to follow. They are not difficult. They work up quickly because it's not massive dolls. Yet they are very detailed, and this is what I love. I have used these Crochet Iconic books many times over the last few years. I love it. Like I said, I've made the patterns 100% according to the book, and I've adapted patterns to fit a specific character that I wanted to create. So in my eyes, even if you're a very beginner, this book is a complete must-have. Actually, any one of the three, because in any one of the three, you get different hairstyles, different outfits, some with shoes, some without shoes. And in the back of the books, I wonder if it's in this one, it explains to you how you create your own character. So it has this one, a page like this. Make your own icon. And it explains to you how you use the pattern to create a specific doll that you want to make. That's fantastic. I love it. So this book is my number 2 spot. Now, friends, based on the project that I've shown you, it's no surprise, and I've said it numerous times on this channel, my number 1 book. It's a must-have if you're a beginner, if you're advanced. If you're what type of amigurumi maker, you need these books in your life. They are the animal friends of Pica Pau. And in this case, I brought all 3 because this counts as 1 book for me. And if she brings out another one, it's going to be like the first place book with these 3. So it doesn't matter how many books she comes out with, all of them will always take the number 1 spot. I love these patterns. Back in South Africa, I didn't really, we don't have the same amount of access to crochet books or yarn or whatever that people around the world has got access to. So originally I only had these books in electronic, like a PDF version. I could buy the PDFs. And then as soon as I had the opportunity, I started collecting physical books. I love physical books. I love having it in my hands. I like working from it. I like having, I've got sticky notes all over the place. I love working from a physical book. I always will, and I will keep on collecting books. But these books, the characters are just amazing. It is really, really well written. Let me just show you the front of this. I think she does actually have really nice pictures within the book of all the characters, like this. So in the books, all of the books has got these double pages that shows you the various characters. Now, what I love with the Pica Pau books, it's got an extensive notes pages. I don't even know what to call it. It's like techniques. So she explains different techniques. She explains different types of color changing, tapestry crochet, and whatever else. She explains the X stitch and the V stitch, the yarn under, yarn over. She has just got explanations for everything, and it is in all of the books. So even if you only buy book number 3, you will still have access to that resource. It is still the first chunk of the book is all the different techniques, which is brilliant. The other thing I love about this book, or all 3 books actually, it starts out from a fairly simple beginner-friendly pattern and works up all the way to the very, very advanced type of patterns. So for instance, the first pattern in this book, which is the first one, and many of you who's got this book have made this cute little pig before. So for instance, this is the first pattern in the book. Not difficult color changes, not a million techniques that you would never have heard of. It starts off easy, and then it works its way gradually up. So with every pattern, you learn a different technique. So she adds something to every pattern until you get to the end. Now let me just show you the last pattern in this book, which is then sort of the most advanced. and it is this dragon. So it has a specific way to attach these legs. It's got many more parts. It's got a lot more sewing. So this is why I love these books. It starts off easy, so it's perfect for beginners, and you can work your way through the different patterns. I love it. These are the books that over the years I've used the most. And I will keep on making multiple patterns from these books. I love it. I've loved every project that I've made from these books. There's many that's still on my to-do list. Hopefully one day I will be able to get through all of the patterns of the 3 Pica Pau books. But there you have it, friends. This, no surprises here, is my #1 book. Must have. If you only ever purchase one book in your amigurumi life, let it be The Animal Friends of Pica Pau. Alright, you guys, that's it. There you have it, my top 5 must-have books. Obviously, all of us have got different tastes. We are on a different crochet journey. And I would love to know, what is your #1 top favorite amigurumi book, or amigurumi designer, or amigurumi pattern that you've ever made? Like, if many of you I know are collectors of books, we are all here, enabling each other. Like I said, I cannot even watch other YouTube channels anymore without having to put another book onto my must-have list. So I would love to know if you have books, even if it's just electronic books, what is your top favorite amigurumi book? Maybe there's another one that I need to add to my list. And this is why I love chatting to you guys, because you always have brilliant ideas, suggestions. I love being enabled as much as the next crocheter. So pop your comments down below. I look forward to hearing from you guys. All right, that's it for my amigurumi book chat. 1 or 2 small things that I quickly want to add before I end the video. As you would have seen on a recent community post that I brought out throughout the week, for those of you who have seen my sorbet bear pattern, I plucked it off all of the platforms like earlier in the year, told you guys I will bring the pattern back, then kept it a little bit quiet for a few months until like early in the week, I think it was Thursday, the new Crochet Now magazine came out. And one of you lovely ladies, hi Jackie, she wrote to me and she said she just bought the Crochet Now magazine and she sees my my bear at the back of the book. Am I in the June issue coming up? And indeed, friends, this is what has happened to my little sorbet bear. She was accepted as a pattern in the Crochet Now magazine for June. So in one of the summer editions, it's coming out on the 20th of June. Super excited. But when I heard from Jackie that my bear appeared on in our next episode, or not the next episode, in our next magazine, our next edition page, I was so excited that I bought the PDF version. I bought an online version of the magazine. I read it digitally on Pocket Mags. So I downloaded it, screenshot the photo, sent it to all my family. I mean, it's not even my pattern that's out yet. I was just on this one page. The bear, I was super excited. You guys cannot imagine. So I'm looking forward to seeing my pattern in the Crochet Now magazine next month for Sunny the sorbet bear. And then you guys, another surprise. You might see another pattern from me, very Christmassy, towards one of the winter editions of Crochet Now. So somewhere in one of the end of the year editions, you will see another Christmassy pattern from me. So an exciting year. This is what has kept me busy behind the scenes while my crochet is not always as much as I would like to show you guys, because between working full-time and trying to design patterns, I cannot always get to everything, but that's okay. I just love hanging out with you all, hearing what you are up to. Then the last thing, you guys, we are in the home stretch of the hashtag Mix and Match Challenge 2024. This is the last week to get your entries in. So everyone that submitted to me up to last night. So today is Sunday. I don't even know where we are at the moment. 26 or 25 or 20 something of May. So up to last night on Saturday, I received 2 more emails. I've replied to those emails. So we're up to 31 entries, you guys. I'm super excited. You have done a brilliant job. Now, I know there's a few YouTubers. I've seen your videos. I know that you did made some mushroom cats, that you haven't sent me a photo yet. Please, you guys, if anyone else has not sent their photos to me, send it throughout this week. I have received loads of photos. A lot of YouTubers have joined in. I've got many photos already from a few YouTube channels that I regularly watch. I'm a bit of a stalker when it comes to to watching YouTube videos. I don't always answer and or comment. And I feel really bad because I love when people comment on my videos. So I'm going to try and be better. And not be that stalker that just reads all other people's comments and just watches the videos, because this is what I do. I just read everyone else's comments. I love it, but I've got to start commenting on other people's videos as well. So anyone who's not submitted to me yet, please send your photos. You've still got a full week. I think Friday is the 31st of May, I think. So that weekend, the weekend coming up, this is when I will have my reveal video of all of the mushroom cats that's been submitted. I will also announce which of the 2 submissions my children chose as the ones that they saw as their version of a good representation. Well, everyone, it's going to be so difficult, you guys. I'm glad I don't have to make the choice, because you all did a fantastic job. So we will see which 2 patterns my children gravitate towards. As you know, you will get a little treat from me, and then I've decided just to do a random comment picker out of the remaining entries and do a small little random draw for 1 more person. So 3 of you guys, I will send you a little treat in the mail. But I think we all did it also just for the fun of it. It was a fantastic challenge, and you guys really stepped up. It's brilliant. I wish you could see all of the entries. You will. I mean, I go through them every single day. Every day that I get another entry, I will go through all of the photos. Again, I absolutely love it. All right, friends, that's it. I've kept you busy for way too long today. I hope you've been having a very good weekend so far. I hope that you're doing something fun or something relaxing. Whatever it is that you need in your life, I hope that you managed to get to do that. It's been fun chatting to you as always. And you guys, until I see you in the next video, as always, stay safe and stay crafty.